There's a time when child support automatically assigned custody. That's not the case anymore.
Right.
Unless you go to court and somebody gets full sole custody, you have joint custody.
Okay. Even if the mother gets social services,
yes,
for that child,
you still have joint custody.
Yeah. The mom don't have full custody.
No,
right. A lot of men believe that initially, so
because that's what they live with, right?
Exactly.
So you don't, and I'm not saying this to go snatch a kid and run off. Right. But just be mindful.
Right.
Don't do that. Right. Don't do that. And please don't say Sunset Soul.
The beautiful thing, we have an awesome relationship to this day.
You and the
me and him.
Oh, the son. Is he coming next week?
Huh?
This is the son.
No, not that
next week.
My other son.
Okay.
But he saw how his mother would do stuff, and but it was like he didn't want to disrespect his mother.
Right.
I'm his father. I'm looked at as the bad one, so he just waited.
Let's take. We got to take BeExposed.com and YouTube Live on commercial break. Facebook Live. We still chatting. We'll be right back.
Yep.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Y'all ready? Yo, who at the door? Let him in. Yo, come in, have a seat on McLean's couch. We'll host Dabrahma and Bliss, talking about real topics with a therapeutic twist. It's on every Tuesday, so tune into this from 9 to 11 on Be Exposed Radio. Two minds are better than one. Let the truth unfold, cause it's McLean's couch, McLean's couch, McLean's couch, McLean's couch. Yeah. Say cool as that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Welcome back, everybody, for another installment of What? McLean's Couch. I am your host this evening, the lovely, the illustrious, the batshit crazy, Co-Ed Bliss. And right alongside me, the other host of the show, the calm, the cool, the collected, the somewhat simple-minded, Dabrahma Bull.
Why I gotta be simple-minded?
Hey.
Come on.
I call myself batshit crazy. Come on. Just say hello. We get the people what they want.
What's up, everybody?
All right. There he goes. And across from me, our special guest from this evening is Mr. Gates.
Hey, everyone. How's everybody?
Hey, baby, you gotta make love to that mic.
Oh, good evening, everybody.
And across from the Brahma Bull, we have the lovely, sexy Lexi.
Hey, y'all.
And of course, over to my immediate left, my left-hand man. The wonderful, the beautiful, the illustrious.
The other batshit crazy.
The other batshit crazy.
Avatar girl.
The Avatar bitch.
I'm in this motherfucker.
It's Miss Mimi.
I love y'all.
Alright, so tonight's topic, guys, is a very unique topic. We came about this topic simply because we were on Facebook, and
hey, say cool.
Monty was like, inboxed me, and he asked me a question, and I was like, yo, that would make a great show topic. So tonight's topic is, who is the bigger victim? The drug dealer or the drug user?
Uh-oh.
Alright, so moving right along. What is this for? Okay. You gotta give me a second. I'm doing too much. Alright, so This is going to be a very interesting topic, so people, please chime in at any given moment. We have it on Facebook. We're going to have it all over the place, so we're going to be answering from all sectors. Now, give us a call at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403. All right, so let's jump right in. So, Gates, what is your opinion? Who's the bigger victim?
Well, hold on, before you start, Gates, we need to give them a formal introduction of Mr. Gates, Mr. Gregory Gates. Tell the people, the listeners, a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Gates. I'm not the one with the money, so don't think that way. But anyway, I'm a recovery coach at Family Health Centers of Baltimore. I'm also a recovering addict, and I'm having about 8 years clean.
That's wonderful. He's also a recovering hustler.
Yes.
Want to be a recovering hustler. That's why it's a good topic tonight.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so that that's your little background. I used to work with this man, this wonderful man, great at his job, so we had fun working together. That was my man.
Yeah, you crazy.
Something like that. All right, so going back to you about to answer this question, who do you think is the bigger victim? And also, when you answer the question, we need to specify why you think.
Well, my insight on it is that both. And why I say that, because the dealer, when he first starts out, you have to make money, such as I was. I started out wanting to make money, made the money, but wound up paying it all in lawyer fees, going to court, things of that nature.
You sound real good when you talk.
I
close.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that sound real good, period.
We ain't the only people that got hearing impairment.
But
I'm not the only person that got a hearing impairment. I got a hearing impairment. So, when you talk closer enough, yeah.
I got you. So the reason why I say that, because after you become a dealer, then you also come involved with the substance that I did. I think and I believe that both are victims, because you got to understand, you're a victim of society. Why the dealer starts out? Let's think about the kids in the neighborhood. Why they start out? Because of probably lack of home care, not two parents in the home, or like I was, someone to get out there for excitement. I'm one of them kids that had good home, good parents and everything, but I didn't have the excitement that went with that. So that comes along into play. So as a dealer, your object is to make money, but also you become addicted to your own product. And what I'm saying is that you become addicted even though you don't realize you're addicted, because you're addicted to the game. That's my insight.
Okay.
That's a great insight.
That's interesting, yeah.
You hear that? You're addicted to the
Who
game.
was that sexy voice?
Oh, that was Gates.
Oh,
like that, man. I'm going to addicted now. I can be Barry White too now. You want me to?
Oh, but hit the Barry White with
you. She sound real nice.
I'm unavailable at the moment.
She said she's double booked.
With doing nothing. Sorry. Can't help you guys. Yeah, all right, so who do you say would be the bigger victim, like, honestly?
Yeah.
He said both.
Both of them can't be the bigger. One has to be more of a victim than the other.
It can be both.
No.
Yes, it can.
There's no equal playing field.
Okay, so then don't look for a bigger one.
Me personally, I think there is no victim. But I can use devil's advocate. I was told I was a habitual, what did she call me? That shit was hilarious. I was a habitual.
Mix shit up.
No.
That's a visual.
Oh, you lie?
No, absolutely not.
A fabricator.
A fabricator.
Fabricator.
How you fabricating what you see?
Fabricate.
Because you can make shit. Your perception is your. We'll talk about.
Are you motherfucker? Wait a minute, hold up.
Wait, maybe
Lex motherfucking.
No,
it's Lex motherfucking like trying to.
No, not even a little bit.
Lex.
All right, so someone told me, because I like to play devil's advocate. No matter what I honestly believe, I play devil's advocate. Right?
Okay.
That's just what I do. I can argue both sides whether I believe in it or not. So like how you say both are victims, I say neither one are victims. I say they both are victims of choices of victims of their choices. They're still, that doesn't make them a victim. That makes them stupid.
Jesus.
But again, I could also come from a therapeutic standpoint and say, yes, although both of them are victims, however, it was their choices that led them that way. Of course, I can come from either other side. And I could also argue the point of the drug dealer being the bigger victim or the abuser being the bigger victim. But no matter which way you put it, it was all based on choice.
Well, it's always based on choice. I mean, you look at society today, right?
Mm-hmm. I looked at
most kids coming up today don't have that foundation where their income can provide for them at all times. So if you have one person, say like the mother, for instance, she's a single mom, not having any help. Maybe she might be getting something from social service, and she's living from month to month. Kids today, they see other kids with fancy shoes, all this and that, and that mother can't provide that. So now they want to get out there and try to make it the best way they can.
For themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And most of them turn to drugs because that's the fastest way to get money. They're not thinking education. They're not thinking about the future. They're thinking about now.
Them
All right, well, check
yeah.
this out. How about you was thinking about feeding your family and education and going out there and doing what you got to do to make sure you feed your family and get your education.
That's a motive. You wouldn't be a victim, but
Yeah, so but people still say that you're a victim because
I mean,
you're
they-
trying to do that.
they would say that you're a victim mainly because you're not forced to go out and do it.
You're not,
It's
but-
a personal choice. So at that point,
It is a
you
choice.
It
make
is a
yourself a
choice.
victim. Yeah,
That's
it's a personal
That's
choice.
what I'm saying. You're not a. I don't see it as being a victim.
Some people will
If-
categorize it like that.
If
though.
you're trying, if you have a purpose for it, you know you have to keep your siblings in a household. You know you have to feed them.
Here's the
It's
thing.
not a It's not a victim when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, that's
not
that.
at all.
In that case, you're not supposed to. Nobody's forcing you into doing it. But at the same time, I see where you're coming from. Where you're saying, you know, it's a dire need at this point. I don't want to see my siblings out on the streets having to do this.
And CPS.
Yeah.
But
But
what the fuck? That's stupid.
Okay.
That's dumb.
All right. Okay.
At the
You
same
gotta
time,
do what you have to do.
But you know what?
don't
Some
even
people
be
come on short
knowing
times,
that
like-
you're a victim. You don't know when you're a victim. You don't know when somebody trying to hurt you or do not. You don't know that.
What do you,
because they're
Mimi, I need you to
sweet
reel it in.
talking.
Okay, I need you to reel it in. What in the hell are you talking about?
yeah, you took a
Who-
stage left. a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
went far left. We gonna stay on topic.
Now y'all act like we don't know this is what Mimi do. This is what Mimi do best.
I do it
Go
all the
far
time,
left.
Cause I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
But I'm saying, I feel like
She's
in the sense,
passionate about it too.
in the example that she was
make me
given,
listen to
though,
If
in the
you
example
listen,
that she
then
was
you will
given, as far
understand.
as, you know, all right, I'm
Everybody
basically
is
in
not
charge of my
victims.
siblings. Like, I'm in charge of my siblings, and I don't want to see them go without, or you know,
Right.
you feel like it's on you to make sure they have what they need, or whatever the case may be. At the same time, I wouldn't say that you're a victim, but some people might look at it that way, like I said, because it's a personal choice. But at the end
That's
of the
their
day,
problem.
yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's just
It's
like
my life. This is what I had to
let
go
her
through.
finish her thought. Go ahead.
she threw me off. I forgot what I
Go
was saying.
ahead.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
but
I'm
here's
sorry,
the
Lexi,
problem
baby.
with. I was watching the show Shameless, right? I actually started from
That's the
season
show.
1. My husband's an idiot because he started watching it, and I said, "I'm not getting drawn in. I'm not getting drawn in." Yet here I am.
I love that show.
takes you in,
episode
yeah, you
1.
What is it about?
It's about.
It's all types of
I don't.
stuff.
You know, I'm not TV,
You're
bro.
gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
It's hard to explain because
It's like a
lot
mix
different
of
plots, but
Married with Children mixed with
Roseanne.
mixed with The Corner.
Oh
mixed
hell,
with,
my home.
the wire is bullshit. Yeah,
All right.
They just happen to be white folks.
Yes. So in this show, right?
that shit crazy white food.
Now we're sitting here talking about somebody who has to be responsible. The mom left. The dad's a chronic alcoholic, which means leaves the oldest
No.
child.
They tag him as an alcoholic. He uses anything he can get high with.
Yes, he's just gets high. but he's a chronic alcoholic. That is his biggest issue, right? Now, with that being said, the oldest kid was left. She ended up dropping out because the mom, she just took up and left all the kids. Since the mother left, the oldest daughter had to drop out of school to maintain the household because again, the father is irresponsible. He's doing he's just the biggest scammer possible. Okay. None of his scams really work. He's a Gates.
If it ain't about the money,
yeah, it ain't about the money.
No, Gates, don't.
So if I'm sitting here,
you didn't hear some of the Gates stories.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, we got. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all gotta understand. Hold on.
I know this type of stuff, and that's what I'm saying. I just don't know how to explain it.
Do not make me meet you again. I got the remote.
Me.
Hey, viewers.
All right, now let me finish telling about the show. But the daughter, from what Mimi's perspective is saying, is that people have to be responsible. Now, the oldest daughter, she's taking care of the household for the most part. She's the one that holds everything together. The next oldest sibling, he's pretty much a genius, but he does his part. Each one of the family, even down to the second to the last kid, everybody does their part.
No. Don't say each one of the family. Each one of the kids.
The kid. That's what I'm saying. Each one of the kids in the
rest
family.
Of the family is fucked up.
They're
doing
their part to make sure that all of them stay together.
Yeah.
For the most part. But none of them, and of course there's some weed smoking, some drinking from time to time.
Of course.
It's a lot. But that's just life in itself. But none of them are out there standing on the corner hustling because they're poor. None of them are out there like doing excessive drugs because they're poor or because that's their environment. Put your finger down.
That's not what's going down in my family, and I think
tell me to put my finger down because I got a good example on this topic.
What makes it like looking at that standpoint? Who's the bigger victim? Would it be the drug dealer or the drug user at this point? Now, I get what you're saying when you look around your neighborhood, coming from the drug dealer's perspective. You look outside, you're poor, your mom's working all the time, she still can barely afford the bills, y'all on food stamps, she's buying you shoes from Payless. You look out on the corner, you see these dudes hustling, they get money, and they fly all the time. Well, this is back in the 90s, not today. These drug dealers dirty as fuck. But
ain't they filthy, raggedy.
You see these dudes getting money. You see them getting money.
That's because they don't be out getting money.
So what you do? You go out there, you smooth up next to them. Next thing you know, you hustling to get paper so that you can look fly like everybody else.
Let me tell you about these so-called hustlers these days who go after money and then they don't make the money.
So again, but then the drug abuser, you can look at it from the same perspective. The drug abuser, right? His mom's getting high, pop's getting high. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're scrounging for scraps. Grandma take you in. First thing you do when you get a certain age, you smoke weed. Oh, the weed ain't helping you drown out your problems, so you go to bigger drugs. No, it's not. Honestly, it's not.
It's not. It's real interesting.
All right. So, all right, look, we're about to go to break. We're going to come back with this topic. Who's the bigger victim, the drug dealer or the drug user? Please give us a call at 410-702-5657. Again, that number is 410-702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403.
And if anybody out there that used to use or sell, give us a call so we get your input on this topic.
There you go.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do. I mean,
not always.
Listen,
but
the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary, and when you got kids and when you got a wife, and then you doing everything, and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you like with this radio show. You ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's radio loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright, welcome back everybody. This heated topic of who is the victim, the drug dealer or the drug user.
So wait, I'm gonna go to Facebook real quick. Young Jungle Juice, what up baby? Thanks for watching. He said both addicts, one destruction of others. That is true.
That's true.
Mr. AZ says he's a sex addict. Nice knowing that.
Like, why did you have to put it in there? We know this already.
My cousin Bird, what's up, baby Bird? Coming from where I'm from, the only victim is the children. The drug user made a choice to be a parent and a user. The dealer made a choice to be a pusher and a parent. The child had no option. Now, whose addiction outweighs the other? The user, because their demons won't allow them to choose an easy way out, or the dealer in it for the quick dollar?
Here's the devil advocate part, and this is why this topic gets so deep. Because just use what she just said. Both parents had a choice, the user and the pusher, right?
Right.
The child had no choice, but then the child grows up in that same household.
And in the same environment.
And don't get no real education. Because the parents don't push the education. They adapt to what they see.
How about they got education?
Well, hold on, no. Think about it. If you're addict and you grow in a household, and of course this might not apply to everybody, so don't worry, everybody think this applies to everybody. But think about it. Think about where you come from, what you see. If your neighbors, both of them was addicts or alcoholics and going out there doing whatever, how often is that child fully educated? They gonna pick up and mock what they see. Right now in our community alone, we see kids walking around with their pants sagging, sagging. Thank you. The language they use, they mimicking addicts.
They pants singing.
Yeah. So I got my words mixed up. But think about it, they mimicking what they see out on the streets.
Yep.
So now, all we doing is breeding zombies and mindless people to raise our kids. But then we expect these kids to go out and do the right thing. So now you're talking about who's the victim. Yeah, the kids are the victim, but guess what? Those same kids grow up and be what? Sometimes addicts, sometimes pushers.
That's very true, because at that point they're not really given a choice. Like, it's just blatant. It's right there. Like, how do you go around? How about this? Who's giving you a reason to go around what you're being taught or what's right there in front of you? Like, you don't really have a choice. Like, I mean, you have a choice, but at the same time, it's just like it's kind of forced upon you because it's right there in your face. Like, if I don't teach you anything besides let's go out here and we can sell these drugs or we can do this or we can do that, you're not going to really do what is in front of you. Like,
well, how about an example? You know, my son never drank alcohol or anything. And, you know, back when I was smoking crack, and I did everything. Crack, heroin, you name it. I smoked crack, man, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon running down Monroe Street ass naked. This nigga had to come back up the street.
He from
but that's what we do. And I'm saying, to say this is that I was in the kitchen.
Wait, before you go in the store, we got to take another break. Got to pay these bills.
Yeah, these bills.
410-702-5657. Give us a call. Please chime in. Again, 410-702-5657.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Be Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on. So you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, you know, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues, and for some reason, I mean, people, we all have issues, but people who, like, want you to help them through their issues, you know? So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody, as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, you know, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we have a full house tonight. My co-host
didn't get a chance to tune in last week. Well, here's what you missed on the Artist Exchange radio show.
Being a stage actor, how has that prepared you for comedy?
Oh man, I think that being a thespian definitely gave me a head start and an advantage over most of the guys that just go right into comedy. I mean, it definitely helps with stage presence, memorization. Just, you know, a lot of comedians in the city, they don't consider every aspect of the performance, like what you're wearing, you know, how you say certain words, and being a stage actor, like I definitely, I'm thinking about every part of the joke when I write it or when I perform it. You know, like I try to do it as a performer without looking too stagey.
Tune in every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and every Saturday 12 to 2 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com. This is the Artist Exchange. Real artists, real talk.
What is hood respect? Family, life, work, love. We are all from the hood and we all want respect. That's why we wear Hood Respect. Available in men's, women's, and kids. For more information and ordering options, contact Instagram at Hood Respect, Facebook to Mel Martin Sr., and email at hoodrespect.tms71@gmail.com. The look you need is Hood Respect.
Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to get yourself noticed?
Well then, why not sponsor us? There are lots of different options to choose from commercial spots and on-air shoutouts, to interviews, and even putting your logo on our website. Don't miss these great opportunities to get noticed. Check out our sponsorship packages on our Facebook page or on our website, beexposedradio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. So we're back talking about who is the bigger victim. Gates was actually in the process of telling us
how he ran down the street butt naked
on Monroe.
I said right, ass naked.
Ass naked. So we need to backpedal and get the history behind this story. This is McLean's couch.
He had Dookie coming out his butt.
What?
While he was running down the street.
Mimi, you get to me.
That's too much.
Before we left, and I was explaining how I was in my kitchen smoking crack, and my son and his friend came through the back door, and I did not put it down. Now, mind you, my son said he would never drink alcohol or use weed or anything. But how about today? He's the biggest alcoholic there is.
God damn, because...
So I will say they are a victim of the environment. What they mimic, what they see.
I feel like the users are the bigger victims. That's what I'm, because I feel like the dealer doesn't force you to take the drug. That's these are personal choices. They supply you with the drug, yes, but they don't force you to take it. You use your money or however you decide to get your drugs. However you
and then people are trying, when you use.
True though,
when people go
just your supplier.
They're trying to escape.
Running around trying
what I mean? They're trying to escape from the day-to-day pressure they're under. And I think that's why a lot of people adapt to drugs, because they don't want to face reality as the way it is, or responsibility. So they want to escape that.
They're just your supplier. That's about it. Now, they make money, put the money in their pocket, or go get more drugs, and they just sell them to you. You victimize yourself in that case.
All right, now when it comes to from a therapeutic standpoint,
so ain't nothing wrong with the situation then.
Me. I need you to turn off your Tourette's.
Bitch.
You keep cutting everybody.
Because if it's their choice, what the fuck is the wrong with the situation?
I'm going to put my daddy voice on. Next time you're going in the corner.
She's sleep.
All right, daddy.
All right, so when we're talking about from a therapeutic standpoint, who's the bigger victim? Honestly, they both are victims of circumstances. However, again, like I said, I don't feel that either one of us is a victim. Because just like that little boy that see that hustler standing on a corner and he decides that he doesn't want to be a part of that life even though he's poor, he busts his ass, he work hard, he gets into a college, full paid scholarship, plays football. He made it into the big life. He's able to take his family to the next level.
Wow. That is true, but will they stop doing what they're doing?
What?
I'm saying if he's able to take them into the bigger life. Are you saying that like he's come from this background, his family?
No, what I'm saying is like he's come from the hood. Mm-hmm. He's poor, just like the rest of them. Mm-hmm. Hand over fist, paycheck to paycheck. They have food stamps and all of that, come from a single parent home. Mm-hmm. This kid says, I don't want to be in this environment anymore. Yes, I would love to have on a $200 pair of Jordans, but I don't want to take the chance and the risk of going to jail and losing my life. Okay. So I'm going to go to school. I'm going to play sport, or I'm going to go to school, get an education, bust my ass, and I'm going to make money the right way.
I thought you were saying that he's coming from a background where they sell drugs or do drugs, and then he's just like, I'm gonna take them out. That's why I said, well,
no, not so. Go. Even in that sense, now the whole purpose of hustling and selling drugs, i.e., is to have a come up for the most part, right? But if we got Lil Duquan over here that can play a sport, and he's doing amazingly well, and he's being encouraged to do so, and Duquan make it out of the hood, of course he gonna bring his family, and they're gonna stop hustling. They're gonna find another hustle, because the whole grand scheme of things when it comes to hustling is to get out of the hood,
and that's the whole hit.
But
it's a
repetitive.
Yo, I love y'all.
It's a repetitive
I'm
cycle.
sitting here in front of some wonderful fucking motherfuckers.
All right, hold on. But
I love y'all motherfuckers.
Wait, Mimi.
Y'all don't even know.
Mimi. It's a repetitive cycle, honestly. If you really look at
barking, yo.
Yeah, and I feel you on that. And
now,
I see where you're going with this.
Now, if you take the drug addict, he sits there and he's wallowing in self-pity. Like, as black people, we don't deal with our mental health issues.
No.
The only way we know how to do, because growing up, what did we hear? What happens at home, stay at home. You bet not say nothing.
Go.
So what do? We deal with our issues, because they are 90% of them are every black person's issues within their household.
Without a doubt.
Now, so instead of, here I got my homeboy coming through, hey yo, what you doing? Man, yo, I can't go home, yo, my father drunk, you know he gonna beat my ass. I don't feel like dealing with it. My mother's a junkie.
Shit.
Yo, we ain't got no food. Yo, come with me, yo. Hey, you wanna hit this blunt? Yeah, I'm gonna hit that blunt. Why? Because weed is glorified. Now what you doing? Yo, I got these perks. You wanna pop a perk? Yeah, let me see what that feels like.
And then you're off to the races.
And next thing you know, they got a dope habit.
Yeah.
Because that perk wasn't, that weed wasn't enough, alcohol wasn't enough. So now you popping perks for pleasure, and guess what? Pleasure turns to pain.
Exactly.
Because you can't get a perk. So now what's the closest thing you're gonna do? You're gonna become a dope addict. You a heroin addict at this point. So again, when it comes to who's the bigger victim, like the drug game now is completely different than what it was back in the 90s, 80s, and the 90s.
Let me cut you off for a second.
Can I say something real quick?
Go.
You know what, Kitty? That's why I knew. You know, I had like a little perk habit, and that's why I knew. I already done seen motherfuckers go through that shit.
The withdrawals are horrible.
Yes. Withdrawals, all that shit, everything.
I know if you
still popping perks.
I knew for a fact, if I would have kept on popping perks and Molly and all that shit.
How you doing?
Yes, that's what probably happened, because the reason why I'm saying it, I was so fucking strung up into that shit, but I was doing good. Why I was strung up in it?
Yeah, and
you get what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: no, you weren't doing good.
I wasn't doing. I thought I was.
There you go.
There you go.
It
Keyword,
was the perception. And what you got to realize is
once things start crumbling the fuck down, and I couldn't get
that perk or
anything else.
That high that I wanted to uplift me and get me moving the next day, which I wasn't never high. The feeling was never really high. It was like I'm just taking a pill.
Surviving.
Yeah.
But see, and that's what I'm sitting there talking about. What people fail to realize is your perception is your reality. If you perceive, like when it comes to that drug dealer, like I remember when I came to Baltimore, my cousin used to hustle, right? And so did my uncles, my father, my brother. I come from a family of hustlers. I also come from a family of addicts.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand. Because
and I didn't want
to
sniff no goddamn dope and shit like that. I didn't want to be chasing no shit. I didn't want to, because that's what it do lead to that.
I know. I'm
because
a drug counselor.
Because you be wanting it so bad. You do. You be wanting that to get back right so you can fucking move.
To get away from the sickness. The withdrawal.
Yes, that's it.
All right, but let me play devil advocate for a second.
And you do have good intentions. Some people do. Some people are fucking raw.
I'm about to go.
Shit.
I'm about to go a different direction because what y'all saying is true, but there are some times.
Really do be wanting
there are some times the user becomes the victim, and I'm gonna tell you how. And you should know this. Working where we work at, working where you work at, Gates. I seen an influx of 50, 60, 7-year-olds never touched a drug a day in their life. Nothing. What happens? They get in a car accident. They fall down.
Boom. And I've been in a
Wait
lot.
a minute. They get chronic pains.
My bad.
What do they do? When you get chronic pains, what do we tell you to do?
Take
Go
pain
to the
medicine.
doctor. So what did the doctor prescribe you?
Pain medication.
Pain medication.
And you feel good.
And guess what? After a while, they will no longer fill those prescriptions. Now, they never told us, hey, take these pain medication, but we're not going to tell you they highly addictive.
Yes, they are.
You did not set up to get high or addicted on painkillers. No. But it happens.
Once
and women, and the people that you went to for the health care that you thought was the professional, the person that was going to tell you exactly what you're supposed to do, don't.
Yeah.
No longer getting the prescription filled. Your pain is still there. You taking perks. The next step from perks is what?
And then you got to find something to fill that void.
And it's cheaper. Because guess what? A lot of people I deal with started off say, man, I went to go cop some perks on the streets, them 10s, 20s, and 30s, but they was too expensive. But that bag of dope wasn't.
Yeah. Wait, $5, $10?
So now, all of a sudden, you turn somebody that was innocently wasn't set out to be a drug user into a drug user.
And you're trying your best to fuck
but
them up
on
too.
the flip side, they when you go to the hospital, the first thing they want to do is give you an opiate like Perks, Tramadol, Benzos for your pain or whatever else, and you don't take them. They sitting in your house. Your peoples come over, yo, oh my God, I got a horrible toothache. Oh, my back is killing me. Like, yo, go ahead, I got this perk right here.
Set them off.
Again, they got the prescription. They're not taking it because they don't like the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
They now like, yo, you know you can get $10, $20 per pill for this. You can get about $15 a pill for this.
So now they done turn into a dealer.
Hello.
Why would I like a Xanny?
So again,
you do have that.
If you gonna say victim, it's still a victim on each end.
But everybody don't sell their medication though.
Real quick.
I didn't say
I was just going off of
most of
how a user could be a victim. Now, of course, every user is not a victim. Every drug dealer isn't a victim. But we also got to realize society do make victims.
What makes you the victim?
Yes, he
got
a point.
That's pretty much where I was going with that.
He got a point. He got a point.
Because think about it this way. When you make a high rise, right? You put a bunch of low income motherfuckers in there with no job, no education. What do they call this thing?
The project.
The project is the reason why they call it a project. They want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So society is not set up for everybody to see. Now, granted, if you taught the skills, even if you wanted to pay attention while you was in school, yes, the keys was set to us, and we should know to avoid some of these pitfalls. Hell, just singing out in the streets, you should be able to avoid it. But again, people fall victim because what we do is glorify the bullshit.
Oh, that's what
we made Nino Brown look like the coolest motherfucker walking. We made Scarface seem like he was the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Cancel that bitch.
Hell, think about it.
Cancel that bitch.
Sam Jackson made drug using look cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait. Hey, time out. And
you
so
look like
did
an earthworm.
He
do look like an earthworm.
Oh, I thought you said I look like an earthworm. But wait. So did the dude offer 5 heartbeats?
Oh yeah,
Eddie.
Eddie.
Somebody sang like Eddie Kane Jr.
It's like
you want to be Eddie Kane.
But I mean, and
they do make this shit look like it's cool.
They do,
you know? And that's what they adapt to. See, people today want to see that type of shit. You know, because what it does is sanction their bullshit.
Exactly. Like when you really look at TV shows and how they glorify the drug dealers. Let me, as black people, all the people who grew up in the hood, how many people have not seen Carlito's Way, or The Goodfellas, or Put your hand
my
Oh, the
God, did
Godfather.
she
Oh,
just
George Norton.
Yeah,
I don't watch.
just
I
raise
don't
your
watch
hand.
the
I'm
Godfather.
not a
Wait a minute.
Because
She
they
don't
make
watch
this
stuff.
shit
You
look
don't
cool.
watch. No,
I'm not
she
a
don't.
TV person.
She's not. She don't watch
I
TV.
love
She
music.
That's just like the
I will
Mac.
turn TV
Hell,
on.
back in the day, I wanted to be the goddamn Mac.
We can't talk
You
about
know?
it.
So movies does play a part in society, you know, the way they come up. You know, think about it. You looking at, okay, let's say New Jack City. Now you want to be Nino Brown.
Am I my brother's keeper?
There you go. You know what I mean? Ain't keeping shit. But that's what they want to see. And that's what they want to be. And that's what these kids are looking at today.
You right, Jung. You right. Jungle said, hell, if you hand the elementary kid a pack and he don't know what's in it, that's a victim. That's a victim.
It is, Jungle.
That is. Turning
Yes, it
kids.
is.
You right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like they have that new show out where the Queen Pins, what is it called? Something South.
Queen of the South.
Queen of the South.
Don't ask
It's
me.
all about drug dealing. Like I was watching today, and I was on Facebook during one of my breaks at work, and they were sitting there talking about like how men have been glorified in this drug game, but they showed some of the 10 most deadliest women in the drug game.
Hell, one of the biggest, and I mean biggest, she was the top dog. It was supplied United States with cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole movie about documentary about it. Cocaine Cowboys too.
Yeah.
And then she got
She
shot
was
in
the queen
face.
pin. No, she didn't get shot in the face.
Oh
No,
no,
she ran shit.
no, it's a chick that got shot in the face.
Oh, that was one, but this one actually was the queen of queens.
Griselda. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Yo.
You know, these shows show how cool it is, you know, to sell drugs and all that, but they don't show the other side to that shit. The pain that comes with that shit.
But here's the problem:
You know,
these
neglect.
rappers who are role models
They
are
glorify
glorifying drug use. That
I
like
agree with that.
like lean, codeine. If you drinking lean,
They be
you
on
are
that shit to write their
technically-
music if they write it, if anything, and that's why these younger kids think because they look up to them and they rap the latest damn lyrics. Like y'all don't music. First
Nigga,
thing,
what's 2 + 2?
They'll tell you that it's 5. They don't know shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
You is 4.
No, they not.
No, they not. These
No,
kids
they
are
not.
stupid as shit.
No,
But
they
you know
dumb
what?
as hell.
But
You know
my
what?
children smart, so
That's your children. Don't you talk about my else's.
I don't even communicate
Hell,
with
today, most kids don't even go to
other
school.
children.
We getting on today's rap.
If
but
you
guess
tell
what?
me 2 + 2 is 5,
I'ma send you to the
Wait,
corner with your
Mimi,
books.
It was a joke.
Mimi,
It was a
Mimi,
joke.
That was just a joke.
Yeah, it was just a joke.
I
Calm
hope
down.
it is, because that's fucked
Oh,
up.
Mimi was gone.
Mimi,
She was gone.
You about to be in a timeout.
What the fuck
Maybe
you
they
think
think
you
something
gonna
wrong
get
with
cussed
it.
out?
Mimi.
2 +
But
2, 5.
the thing is, we went on these rappers, right? But people been using drugs forever, and I noticed
Since
the
they
trend
began.
heavy when this current crop of drug rappers became drug users is when they all said they wanted to be rock stars. We forget heavy metal bands was heavy in acid and
Purple
and
Haze
stuff like
and all
that.
that
And
shit.
cocaine.
Man,
Don't
they get-
forget
So
that
again,
cocaine.
what they did is they start mimicking. But you even look at how these current rappers dress. They dress like
Yeah, they
rock
do.
stars. The tight pants, the belts, and so they mimicking themselves. So I mean,
Like
even
it.
though quote unquote they're supposed to be role model, or your role model also has a role model.
Exactly. So again, and
But
you said,
why? Wait a minute. Hold.
We gonna address this when we come back. We gotta pay some bills. So please give us a call at 410-702-5657. Again, 410-702-5657. Gotta pay them bills.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you
on.
say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And here we are. We are back. Back from the scene. All right. So we were sitting here.
Don't do that, because Gerbo might challenge you. You know, he been waiting for that challenge.
I've been waiting too.
Man,
I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody think about Guillermo Punk.
I'm just saying.
Y'all know Guillermo grew up in the county, right?
So it's
Yo, do you realize that?
going
So I'm
break
pretty
these
sure
bars
Guillermo
out
is gonna call in eventually, but Guillermo rolls back like mad soft. Yo went to New York for like 10 seconds and now he's a thug.
Let me tell you
So,
something.
Huh?
I grew up in the county too, and I got bars.
Oh, and everybody got bars.
Yeah, just like your brown skin. We're not gonna do that.
I am brown skin. Don't try that.
I'm just saying. I'm not really worried about Guillermo. Guillermo can suck it. Right. So back to the topic. Go ahead. Guillermo, I know you listening. I don't care, nigga. Run up on me. All right. So we're sitting here talking about the whole issue with being a victim and drug use and selling drugs or whatever. But like I was in the middle of one of my stories, right? Now, growing up, when I first moved to Baltimore, my cousin hustled, right? My uncle hustled, right? Cool, no problem. There were times where in the middle of the night they was running up in my grandmother's house because this dude was hustling. So the whole family was subjected to his fuckery and bullshit because of his drug dealing. So again, how does that make him a victim now? His moms was getting high. My mom's was getting high. All my grandmother kids, except for one, got high at some point in their life. And it's 6 of them. So 5 out of 6 kids are doing drugs.
So that goes back to what we said before then. You grew up in it. They was a victim because that's what they sing. And if education wasn't pushed, if nobody wasn't there, and don't have to be in the household, but
no, nobody pushed education in that household. So my grandmother practically raised.
Think about it.
My cousins.
The best way you beat ignorance is education.
That is true.
That is very true.
You know what I mean? It might not be a school book, but we talked about this last week. There's a bunch of cats that we know that's on the street don't have a degree to first, but you know they know knowledge. They know knowledge itself. So there's no education going on at all.
Oh no! Hey yo, Jungle, do not come for Jersey. Guillermo ain't no Jersey cat. You feel me? I'm from Jersey. Guillermo from somewhere else. He's from the south side of Mexico, but he ain't from Jersey.
Oh man,
go ahead with your point.
But so I mean, if they were a victim. Now again, I think this goes back to what we always say. You got a choice. Yeah, you might grow up a victim, but you can grow out of it. But some people, if you're mad, but you know, it's a lot of variables that go on that we're not even touching on. Yeah, truthfully, intelligence. What do you want to make out of yourself?
But here's the thing. But we were sitting there talking about who's the bigger victim, right?
Mhm.
So we grew up in, well, not me. I can't say because I didn't grow up here. I grew up between North Carolina and Jersey. Now, growing up with my father in Jersey, I ended up hustling. So when I came here, now mind you, my father.
So go back, because I know the story. But why did you start hustling?
Because now my father was a hustler. My brother was a hustler. Now, but my father was selfish. He took care of his women over his taking care of his daughter.
So which meant you didn't have.
Man, I'm getting ready to walk the fuck out.
So I did what I needed to do to get what I needed to get. And I was great at it. But then again, I'm great at everything I do.
Hey, girl.
So it turned you into a victim at one point.
And that's where I was going.
I wouldn't call myself a victim. I
might not call it,
but that's what I'm saying. I
you was a victim of
label myself-
circumstance.
No,
Right.
not
You may
so
not
much.
label yourself as a victim.
And I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't a victim, because I also had employment. I had a job.
So in other words, you chose to hustle.
I chose to hustle, even though I had a job. I was smart with it.
You were just being greedy.
Hello.
Look at you.
I had a job. I had a good job. I mean, I worked at KFC. I was 16. I worked at KFC.
A good job for a 16-year-old.
I kept enough money on me as to where if I got stopped, it was not suspicious. I was a smart hustler.
Okay.
Something these guys
So
and
you gotta
girls
look at
is
the
not
ones
these
who
days.
didn't have
Boy.
a job.
Exactly.
And they don't have a job, so
They
they're
the
gonna do
dumbest
the
of the
next
dumbest.
best thing to get money. You know,
And now
no one
my-
is gonna walk the streets broke.
Now, for the stuff, the supplies and stuff that I wanted, like my father didn't even buy me school clothes and supplies. I had to do that myself. He said, "You working, you do it." Oh, I ain't got a problem. So when I started hustling, he had a problem.
Did he ever stand out one something though? Eventually.
No, he sold drugs. Nah, that nigga broke. Yeah, I will talk about that off air. Some things I can't let out.
I feel you.
But
I feel you.
let me tell you, like, even though I hustled, even though I was working, it wasn't enough to sustain the lifestyle that I wanted. I played sports, so I had to buy my sports uniforms. I had to pay my sports fees. I also had to buy my school clothes, school stuff, and it just was not enough money. Now with me supplementing my income by hustling and getting in that grind, I had enough. I had more than enough.
Okay.
All right.
So for me, that's what it was. All right.
Take that
So all right, we about to go to break in a minute. But before, I wanted to read what Bird said. Bird said, that's my cousin. The whole system is fucked up. From music to housing projects to the liquor stores on every corner in the hood, to education being harder to get than a handgun, the welfare easier to obtain than employment. You have so much negativity in America that it is put in place to break you down. At what point does it get turned around? Exactly, and we're gonna answer that question.
That's a great-
when we
that's a
get
great-
back.
Great one.
All right, please give us a call. 410-702-5657. We really would like to talk to everyone who's listening. Again, the number is 410-702-5657. Pay the bill.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that's just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash, she's like a dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. Dot. So, I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even going to say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about people just like that at 7 p.m. Only.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I'm gonna go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just gonna shoot for the moon.
I wanna feel it. I wanna look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Or are you?
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like and tear it up, but just like a
little 1-2,
pale, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
Oh, I can dance.
Okay,
that's
not what I
want to do. I can dance, but I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But this market, so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. I'm like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Yay! Look at that. We came back.
Thank everybody for having a seat on McLean's couch.
Oh, no problem.
I was about to be double booked doing nothing, but they told me I had to come back in the studio. So, the topic is, who's the bigger victim? The drug dealer or the drug abuser? My nipples itch.
So let me take a motherfucking shot.
My nipples are never a victim.
You gonna see who the fucking victim
what?
is.
My brother said the drug dealer because they need money too.
This is drugs. This is drugs.
Me.
Did we just have this conversation off here?
I said, my brother said the drug dealer because they need money too. Shit. There's a big
Tell him to have several seats.
Absolutely need money. He said if these jobs are not hiring, how else are they going to get money?
But that's the people keep saying jobs are not hiring. It's not the fact that they're not hiring. You have to look at yourself before you sit there and say a job isn't hiring. That is the one thing that really annoys me. Simply because I got a job. I just couldn't keep the job. I got several jobs. Now, the problem is maybe it's your resume. Maybe you're not, your resume isn't formatted the way it's supposed to. Maybe your presentation at the job interview was not where it's supposed to.
Right. We got another one. Kim said it's both. They're both a product of their environment.
So what about all the hundreds of thousands of people who made it out?
It's not about them.
They're a product of their same environment.
They're a product of their saying that.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, somebody but here's the thing. All right, again, like I was explaining when it comes to my family. We had drug addicts, and trust me when I say they were hardcore drug addicts. And then we had hustlers in our family.
Like some menace to society type of shit.
Now, none of the kids ended up being drug addicts.
That's good.
Because again, we were all products of the same environment. The hustlers and the drug dealers. I mean, the drug dealers and the drug users. But we didn't use. We all made other options.
Right.
We chose not to get into that lifestyle.
Y'all saying where that lifestyle was wrong.
Yeah. We outweighed the consequences didn't outweigh.
Because we gotta look at it this way too. and it's funny, but think about it. Crack didn't reach till the 80s.
Right.
That's around the time our parents. So nobody knew what the end result was gonna be. It's almost like using a drug for your heart or your liver, and that's the first drug that came out. You use it, you don't know, man. I'm not justified, but think about it. So, whereas though the kids of those people that was doing that crack epidemic start seeing the end results, saying, do I want to turn up like this or I don't want to turn out like that? Whereas though the person that started using, because before that it was marijuana and it might have been some other drugs, but it wasn't as harsh at that time. So they didn't see no real end result. It was just, okay, either you're gonna be lazy, you might keep a job. We're doing it's a party drug. There's a lot of drugs before them party drugs.
Yeah,
you know what I
agree
mean?
with that.
So, but once crack came out, again, people probably was on that assumption, oh, it's gonna be another party drug. We're gonna turn up. We can have fun. They didn't see the end result. The kids started seeing the end results. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go that route.
Yeah, but the person using it wasn't seeing it.
Yeah, the person using
but
it.
again, but here's and again, what my whole thing is, when it comes to people who keep saying they're a product of their environment, everyone is a product of their environment. It's the choices that they make that shape the lives. Like again, I work with kids between the ages of 12 and 17, and when they sit there and I'm like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now they're all at risk to use drugs. Everybody in this city is at risk to be a drug addict.
Don't include me.
Kitty, how about you care? How about you really care?
I do.
And you're not a product of that environment. You just really care.
But we're all products of our environment. Why? Because psychology.
How about you in a situation that you cannot get out, and you really care about that person because you really care?
No, but I'm sorry.
You still make
and you're a child.
If you're a child, there is still a way to get out.
Wow.
There's always a way to get out.
Let's use an example.
You just have to be prepared for the consequences.
Hey, just like I said earlier, you know, when I started out getting high, it was because I wanted to get into the excitement, you know, and maybe that's what some people are doing. Their life is just not filled with excitement, so they're going to want to adapt and do what others are doing to have fun. And that's what my thing was about.
And I'm glad you brought it up because I was about to go that route. We keep on talking. This is understand. This is where we come from, the environment we come from. So we talk about the inner city. So that's all we know. But we got to understand, we're not the biggest drug users. The biggest drug users are people with money because they have the money.
I done seen a whole bunch of doctors.
Yeah.
Coming to just
corporate
get they fix.
Talk about it.
Like and I just be looking like, damn, like I wouldn't have thought it, but they be the ones that be on it, but that's where the money is.
So, but it's always the people you least expect that are doing shit. Like you got doctors who are pedophiles, you got doctors who are criminals, you got doctors who go to other countries and have sex with little boys. So again, no, all of this is true. I'm not making this up.
Nothing to be. But I'm saying that,
like in this country, we can't just go into the zoo and shoot a lion and then step on his head. No, it's illegal here, but they can go to Africa and do it.
You know, I brought this up to say that.
And y'all getting a little too deep. Y'all get ready to make me cry. I'm getting ready to go in the next.
But think about it, I'm saying this to say is, we got people come from different backgrounds. We got people that some of their parents and family members used, some that didn't. Some people came from money and still using. So then we gotta look at it's a deeper rooted problem than just the environment. Because we can pick on the environment all we want,
but it's not always the environment.
And of course, since the inner city gonna look like it's the scum, so it's gonna get the worst depiction. Because let the media tell it, there's more black men in jail than in this college, and that's a lie.
Definitely a lie.
I mean, they show that small percentage of us doing wrong. It don't show the big percentage of us doing right. But it's that small percentage that's getting glorified. Like it's a small percentage of us that's actually hardcore drug addicts. Majority of people we know are actually working. Now, do we mix and screw up? Should we mix and screw up?
But I will say this too: a lot of, believe it or not, a lot of drug addicts they don't have the support of their family prior to getting high.
And that's where I was going with this.
It's a great escape for them. Like, I mean, think about it. Even like I'll say this: if there should have ever been a drug addict, it should have been me. I'm so serious. I've never really had the support of my family, and no matter what it is I've done. Even when it came down for me to graduate college, my bachelor's degree, 2 of my aunts from North Carolina and my homegirl came to watch me walk across the stage, and my kids.
Can I tell you something?
What?
If I had known you then, I'd have been there.
I knew. My master's degree. My master's degree. The only person that came was my cousin. His family supports me more than my own family.
Isn't that sad?
It is. So again, but
appreciated.
But when it comes all down to it, when they need something, I'm the one they call. And again, I never have a problem with giving anything, because again, I don't hold value to money. I don't. I hold value to shit that means shit, like relationships. Relationships are the foundation of why I do shit. But it was the fact that I didn't have the support of my friends, or some of my friends, and my family, because I found out a lot of them were jealous. I needed a great escape. You know what my drug was?
Come on, tell us.
Sex. Girl, get your life. That ain't of it.
I hate to throw that out there.
My drug is
degree. So
the hater degree.
What did she say, Jamal? But I've never had the support of my family either. You know.
Wait, let me tell you my drug of choice. My drug of choice was hitting the club and buying shoes. That was my drug of choice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
No, Jared, it was not sex.
and I think people don't want to use the term victim because it make you feel weak. And maybe we shouldn't use the term victim. We just used it because it was a great topic.
It was
a great topic catcher. But the truth of the matter is, victim is say for somebody for circumstances they couldn't control, like somebody that was sexually abused, for somebody that was bullied or something. Something they really had no control over.
And using the word victim is very controversial, which is why I like it.
But but again, there are some circumstances, even because strong-minded people don't want to feel like a victim. So if you grow up in that household where as though everybody's using or selling drugs, if you're a strong-minded individual, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go the opposite direction because you're not scared of being looked at as the black sheep. You know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And I am definitely black, and I was definitely a sheep.
And I'm black, and I'm a sheep too.
I'm the black sheep. I've been a black sheep for as long as I can remember.
I don't know what kind of goddamn sheep I am.
Who's a polka dotted sheep?
I am no longer the black sheep of my family. I know, mind you. No, let me explain something. I still feel. I try to feel like I am, but I can no longer play that part simply because I am now a happily married woman.
Oh, now.
With a master's degree.
Go ahead now.
So everybody who was telling me I would never do it, I'd be like, girl, I always believed in you. Girl, when you come to see? Before it was, girl, you know Keita coming. Child, she gonna start some shit. So even though I still hold on to the label as the black sheep, which I love, because I'm always gonna move to the beat of my own drum, I always move against the grain. Like, I'm bisexual. I still fuck bitches.
Who you are.
But that's exactly who you are. And I'm like this. If
I'm
drug free. Can't accept me for who I am today, then I'm not the one with the fucking problem.
Yeah, why would I want to be with you?
I'm not doing things so nobody else is accepting.
Exactly.
Nope.
And that includes sniff and blow.
You know, exactly. So, you know,
you said sniff and blow.
I think.
Did she say an anus?
I put it in booty hole.
What?
Booty hole.
Remember the show?
Yeah.
Remember the show? Snowfall.
If you muting her,
yes.
Okay.
But that's what they did on that show. Snowfall. That's how that man died.
Put it in.
I'm missing all these
damn
that's
called boofing. That is called boofing. When people get high in their butt, it's called boofing people.
This is how intelligent
I want to try.
Go outside.
Get your ass out the studio. Get the fuck out.
I seen it on Wolf of Wall Street.
Sit back. Be quiet. You're no longer allowed to speak.
You're in timeout now. You officially reached McLean's couch timeout. You're no longer on the couch. You're beside the couch in the corner. Okay. So don't say nothing else until we tell you to.
It was getting tore up.
You better be on the other side of the door.
McLean's couch. Do not endorse boofing whatsoever.
We don't encourage it. It is extremely dangerous.
But as I was about to say, it's funny how intelligent drug users and drug dealers. You can run a multi-million-dollar enterprise
from
you
a
can
corner.
keep people in line, but as soon as they tell you go run a regular business, I don't know how to do that. What? You've been doing it the whole time,
and half of them can't count or read.
75% of them can't count or read.
They know that math,
But
though.
you know what?
I think that's why our mathematicians were there on the streets.
Exactly.
Now we were recording a scene off of Entrepreneurs of Baltimore, right? And shout out to Entrepreneurs of Baltimore. What up, Pookie?
Shout out.
We were recording a scene, and a 10-year-old little girl had a poem, and in her poem it said Baltimore went from the city that reads to the city that bleeds. That is an extremely powerful.
She was so pretty. Her little self.
Extremely powerful.
And that is so true.
So I guess when we come back from break, was we uncovered the victims and not the victims. Let's figure out how we can stop people from thinking or being victims of drug dealers and drug users.
All right, so give us a call, 410-702-5657. That again, 410-702-5657. You know what, Jamal? I'm like real mad tired of having to pay all these damn bills.
I know, right?
It seems like we gonna be broke as hell forever.
Fuck them bills.
Fuck the bill. No, we got
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop King, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you still. Fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details of what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. you know, they deserve a trial at least. But they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. McLean's couch. We was talking about who's the bigger victim, the drug dealer, drug user. Before we went on break, we was gonna discuss
the dealer.
You said the dealer? Why you said the dealer?
Because he's a perpetuator.
He's the bigger victim?
He's not no victim.
I said who's the bigger victim?
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not a victim.
Alright. Hello? We got a caller. Hello, caller?
I can't hear
Yeah, what's good?
Is this Guillermo?
Yes, that's...
You know it's Guillermo. I heard somebody was talking about me, so you know your nigga had to call line. Somebody talking about I ain't from New York, right? Dude, she funny?
That's what they said.
She back at it again?
Yeah, so, they said you couldn't rap either.
They said who couldn't rap?
They said your bars was trash.
They said your bars were garbage, son.
Look, yo, you know what? I'm not having that no more. I'm not having that. Who said it? Who won it? Who won it with the mo?
Co-ed Bliss said you didn't want none of them bars. Your bars were doo-doo. And you from the south side of Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm from the south side of Mexico. I grew up in Spanish Harlem, my nigga. All we did was sell drugs and rhyme. What is she talking about? She don't know me. She don't run it. She don't run it.
Hey, Guillermo, since
your wife.
Was you listening to the show?
Sorry, my nigga, but I'ma have to do it to your wife. Your wife is wet. She's short and black. Her knees are low. The shorty gotta go to hell. Cause if she come around here, I'ma hit her with some bells.
Bars, Grandma.
Yeah. Yeah, you got bars.
That's all I'm saying.
Those was
I do want to speak on the topic though. I'm trying to tell you, as a hustler from Spanish Harlem, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a victim. I'm a victim, my nigga. I am a victim.
Okay, how you a victim?
I was forced to sell drugs.
You was forced?
Because my mom's got food stamps.
Human trafficking.
You know how embarrassing it is to take paper stamps to the store to get some milk, and then she say, "Bring my change back." How? What? They was gonna give me change in paper? You don't get no change back with paper food stamps. You got to spend all of it. So when I come back and I done spit the rest of it in candy, I got beat up by my mom.
Wow.
Then she would sell her food stamps so she can get a drink, because she talk about I stressed her out like I asked her to go have sex with some random ass dude and don't know who my daddy is. You feel me?
Alright,
so I was forced. I see the niggas on the corner with the beatbox, and they got the little, you know, the radios looking like Radio Raheem and whatnot, and they got on the fresh Adidas, and I want to be dressed fresh too. I didn't want to roll in the XJ1000s, you know, the ones where you run real fast and you have to turn to the side like you're skiing to stop because you still sliding. I didn't want to wear those. I just didn't want to wear those. You know what I'm saying, my nigga? So I started hustling. Then my mom's, right? My mom decided she wanted to try crack with a friend, so she walked up to me like, Guillermo, no, Guillermo, I'm your mama. You want to stay at my house, you better give me a dime. So I gave her 10 cents. She gonna get mad and throw my shit out because I gave her 10 cents. Bitch, you asked for a dime. What is I'm supposed to do?
Wow. So you're a product of your circumstance, huh?
I am a victim of circumstance and a product of my environment. This is why your wife's sitting there talking about I grew up on the south side of Mexico. Nigga, I can't even speak Spanish.
Alright, well, Guillermo, look, we gotta go, Guillermo. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for those bars.
So y'all niggas just gonna dismiss me like that? You know what? I'm out. I don't need your bullshit.
Oh, shit. This is... Hello? Alright, everybody. Guillermo sound a little heated, pissed off. So, Mr. Monty came in. Co-ed Bliss had to use the restroom, so Mr. Monty stepped in for her. Before Guillermo called in, you were saying, you was answering the question, who you think is the bigger
victim?
Victim, yes.
I think the abuser is the victim.
And why you say that?
Well, becomes the victim because they made a choice first. They weren't the victim the whole entire time, but they made the choice. The choice was addictive, which made them now the victim because they can't let go.
What do y'all think about that? What do you think?
Well, see, I said
I agree with that.
User.
You know, I feel so. Yeah, you do make that choice, and once you make that choice, now you're out of control, and no longer are you able to go without the product that you're adapted to. So, yeah, you are the victim afterwards. I agree with that.
But then you play devil's advocate. People are gonna say, because you made that choice, you can't put yourself as a victim because you made that choice to proceed.
But you became the victim because now you're mentally unstable. You can't even consciously make a decision for yourself anymore because you are so caught up in that chemical imbalance.
But you chose to use that chemical.
So you're
right,
thinking
but the chemical
no
imbalance is now a side effect of what that choice was.
But how about when you stop using that chemical imbalance and you start focusing and what you really want to do? Like, now what? And people already see your crazy side, and you really want to make something happen.
And that's why most addicts, when they become clean, when they get their lives together and get clean, they move. No, they move. They relocate to a different area. I have experience with that because my cousin was an addict along with my mother. But when she got clean, she left here and moved
we got
to
another call.
Hagerstown.
Hello, caller.
Good.
Hey. Thank you for calling.
How y'all feeling?
We good. Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Jim.
What's going on, Jim? How you feeling?
Jim sounds
I'm cool and I'm cool.
All right. Well, you had a question?
I can't really get y'all online. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I can't see the YouTube. But if I'm not mistaken, your topic was dealers and the people who use, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am, I used to hustle, so.
You used to hustle?
What you trying to say? Say it, baby.
Hello?
Sound like he's gone.
Yeah, that was just he was trying to tell us his alibi. What was your question?
If he used to, but what he wasn't going to say what he was going.
He was confessing.
Yeah.
He thought this was the police.
Oh, right. Okay.
He was not.
That's crazy.
So, what y'all was talking about?
That would have been good if you just, say what you gotta say and.
1 minute. All right. I want you to say that when we come back because they brought up actually getting clean, and since you used to use.
Okay.
Walk us through that process of what you went through when you was getting yourself together. So please give us a call at 410-702-5657. Again, it's 410-702-5657.
You can text at 443-642-9403.
Awesome.
Gotta pay them bills.
Indeed.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I had a pee-pee break, but Monty decided that he wanted to give up my seat and give it back to me. I was going to let him finish. He was doing such a good.
Yeah, alright. But Gates, since we was talking about people recovering, and especially from the imbalance of using for so long, and since you have expertise in that area,
damn, do I?
can you walk us through that moment when you actually do become clean?
Well, for me, man, it took me one day in my home, man, in my bathroom, looking in that mirror, and didn't like the person I seen, man. I wasn't the husband that I was supposed to be. I wasn't the grandfather that I was supposed to have been. Not even a father, you know. And I was seeing all that in the mirror, man. And for some reason, man, I wanted to end it right then and there. But then I couldn't explain it to the day a light came on, and I don't know, man. I was just so overcome that I got my ass up, went to a meeting, and just went in there and told people, I said, hey, man, I have an addiction. I don't know how to live. I don't know how to stop. Can somebody please fucking help me?
Self-realization is the first step.
You know,
and
I had to
that's
identify.
good that you was able to take that step forward.
Yeah, I had to identify that there was a problem. You know, I mean, I just kept losing shit. I kept losing me. And you know, and there's something about that mirror, man, that when you look in that mirror, it will not fucking lie to you. Okay? So when I seen the person that I had become, knowing the person that I am, yeah, I had to go get some help. And I went and got the help. I haven't looked back since.
That's what's up.
Yes.
And you know, you got a lot of people, because you know, me and Corey Bliss, we both work at a methadone clinic. Where me and you was working at is a boxing clinic. You know, you get a lot of people that look down on these actually maintenance programs. Or make you nod off, it make you drowsy, make you people. If you see somebody nodding off and you get a Lexi in the market and they say they was on meth, it's not the methadone. It's because they're using.
They use something along with the methadone.
Yes.
Every drug has, you got to understand, methadone is still a drug. So when you're mixing other drugs on top of the methadone, this is the end result.
And you know, one of my things, I get so tired of hearing this shit. If a person taking Suboxone, they still fucking using. You're not using.
No,
Get that false shit out
but
your mind.
I think what it is one of my clients told me this the other day. And at one point in time, before working in the field, before working in methadone, I had the same ideation that if you're on methadone or Suboxone, you are still an addict. Because without it, if you don't have it, you're going to go chasing. But I realized that some people need that in between. You're no longer an addict. You're actually in recovery.
Exactly.
However, you're taking baby steps. It's like if I went and had a liver transplant. I can't just automatically go back to eating solid foods. The hospital got to take me through baby steps to make sure that I'm healing properly.
It's a process.
Exactly. So, and I explained to her at that moment when she said it to me, and I heard her say it, and she was in tears. And she said when she heard this information, the first thing she did, she said, you know what? Fuck this. And she went out and got high. But she felt so horrible afterwards that she had to come back. She said she started not to come back.
Yeah, because you can run people away telling them that shit, man.
No, nobody in our clinic said it.
No, I'm just
someone
saying.
at a meeting told her this.
Yeah.
So because this is how they felt in the meeting that she was going to, she decided not to go to any NA or AA meetings. She decided to do the groups within our facility. And she said that was more helpful and supportive to her than doing that. And when she told her story during our group session, and like she had the people in there crying, and it was an epiphanical moment for me. Now, again, I'm one who has not used drugs. I smoked a little weed every now and again, but I've never done any real drugs, no hardcore drugs. I drink every now and then. I'm a social drinker.
Don't worry about it. I did enough for you.
Drug addiction and alcoholism is very prevalent in my family, and I never wanted to be a part of that. It's to the point where my sister is an alcoholic. Like her and my mother act identical. My mother smoked crack, but she was a functioning addict, and we're not doing that. You see, because me and him argue about this all the time. My mother was a functioning addict when she smoked crack. And she came home, paid bills, and did everything she was supposed to do. Whatever she had $10 left over. That's all she used. But she cannot function as an alcoholic. Right. She take a sip of beer, and it is the end of society as
She's
I
off
know
to the
it.
races.
And if I'm in the room or if I am there, I am.
But in the
her
lifestyle.
area. Wait a minute. I am her area of focus, and she comes at me hard. I try to be respectful, but sometimes I gotta gut punch that hoe. I do. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Sometimes I try, but it don't work. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this lifestyle, recovery is very sensitive, and people have to be sensitive to to the fact that they are in recovery.
And you have to watch what you say to people that are in recovery.
You have no
You know,
clue.
the least word
I'm
that
not
you said
saying
about.
tap dance around issues.
No,
don't treat
no.
them like they're human,
Don't know what
or
they've
treat
been
them like they're a person, but don't be extra hard on them because of the life they previously
And
lived.
you know what?
No, they're not exonerated from it, but try to be a little bit more understanding.
And believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy for a lot of people. We had to look at it the same way when we talk about some people that actually was selling, because you know we demonize everybody that's selling, but everybody don't have the same purpose to actually go hurt nobody. Again, some people thought they was helping more than hurting.
Yeah, because I never sold drugs on a Sunday.
And then we also got to realize, when we talk about addiction, when people start selling,
face?
You had my bag.
Yeah, I'll get ready.
It's the Lord's Day. She was not doing that on Sunday.
but when you talk, because even when we deal with addictions, we start dealing with people that is addicted now but used to sell. Everybody say the same thing. I don't care if they the dealer or the user. They was addicted to the lifestyle.
Yes.
So
Addicted
it
to
becomes,
money.
because we forget, addictions comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes. And that lifestyle is very addictive to a lot of people, especially if you making that type of money. You can't tell somebody, you tell somebody to make $1,000 a day. You know you got to go to McDonald's and only make $20 a day. They gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big lifestyle change for them.
That's an addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we support them? How do we help them?
That's a good question.
How do you help a dealer? I mean,
How do you help a dealer? You give them education. Honestly, you have to educate them. Like a lot of hustlers drop out of high school, so the very first thing they gonna need an education. Go to a GED program. There are programs.
Hustlers got their diploma.
Yeah.
I said, but we're not talking about
shit.
time
We got
out.
some
We're not talking.
PhDs, but that don't mean
We're not
that-
talking
that's
about
an
them right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about the ones who
don't.
are trying to get out that don't have.
But one is a medical, semi-medical addiction, and one is a conscious addiction.
Not necessarily. There's no such thing as a conscious addiction.
Well, being a dealer is a conscious addiction because they're not being beneficial to a drug.
I agree.
True, but it's not conscious.
Here's
They
the
don't
thing.
have that benefit.
But here's the difference. Once because now you got me going to AP. Once you get addicted to something, your brain still release that chemical. Once it's released, it's a wrap. So there's no difference.
It's not about it being conscious. It's like take me in my shoes. You've been in my closet. You see my shoes. And
Right,
I still have shoes
on
that
the other side is to get that money.
But it's not just so much about the money. It's the entire lifestyle.
All about that money.
It's not always about the money.
The end result is always going to be the money.
Right.
But it's about
the excitement.
No, they're not seeking the end result. They're seeking the lifestyle. Think about it.
I've never heard a dealer say, "I just want this lifestyle of standing on the corner."
No, it's not about the standing on the corner. It's okay. Think about
Some
this,
don't.
money.
They got
Think
rich.
about
Some of them
no.
don't.
Think about it this way. You go to work. When you go to work, the end result is for you to get a
They're not. They
paycheck.
got
Once you
people
get that
on their
paycheck, when you get that paycheck, what do you do with that paycheck?
I pay my bills.
And what else?
You wanted this?
And what else do you do?
Look at this dealer.
She's the dealer and the user.
She's your pusher. What else do you do? You have a certain lifestyle that you like to live. That is the end result, is that lifestyle. The money is just the catalyst to have the lifestyle. So they stand out on that corner and they do this, but their end result is to get bigger and get a promotion so that they don't have to stand on the corner, that they can be a supplier. But it's the lifestyle. They want the cars, the
But
houses.
some can become trapped in that lifestyle.
I kind of figured that I don't like.
Yeah.
I think I'm at the point where I don't like giving an excuse to a dealer.
Me either. I don't like giving an excuse to a fiend or
like
I mean.
give him an excuse to give him an addiction.
No, not an excuse at all.
excuse at all.
You got an explanation. I mean, I don't excuse the drug dealer. I don't excuse the drug addict.
Okay.
I feel that purposely and honestly, and I said this, and it is a choice.
Yes, this is
both
choice.
of them
I just
are
don't think
choices.
that it would, trying to like if he brought you into his court hearing, it wouldn't stand up.
Of course not. It wouldn't. Why?
Oh,
Because
he has an addiction. He's addicted to dealing.
actually, it has stood.
Time I'll be ready to give
I need that case number.
It has
I need
stood.
that case name. I need
It has stood
because
in
I
the
gotta
past.
try the case.
No, but see,
He was
but-
still
but
found
this-
guilty, but he was given a
Okay,
lot less
then I don't
time.
need it.
See, but this
he
goes
was
back
found
to-
guilty,
this
but he
goes
was
back
given
to
a
how
lot
we-
less time, and
Okay.
he
Wait a minute.
didn't do no jail time.
It
But-
set a precedent that he wasn't going to get jail time.
But,
though, so
but
that's
this
all
goes back to what I said before, how society can make and break people, and we put things in place for people to fall in certain traps. If you're not smart enough to move your way around it, and then we won't give them that
Ass better
same.
play leapfrog.
But we won't give them that same built-in excuse when we create them. Regardless, because yes, everybody has a choice, but some people's choices are limited compared to where they're coming from. And but we're not looking at that because we all stand by and say, well, if I made it or pull myself up by my bootstraps, nobody should be able to fall because I'm able to do it. Well, guess what? Everybody's different.
Everybody
I was
ain't
getting
me.
ready to say you because I seen you was watching the hearing today, the council hearing today, and a lot of the conversations there was not even about guns.
It was surely
The
wasn't.
conversation came up about what's happening in our community and how we need to directly change what our response is to what's happening in our community, and not so much on guns. Guns is a part of it, but it's not the cause. It's
No,
the effect.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with that.
the reason why was our conversation going left, but think about it, the reason why is because for years, I'm just using since our conversation, we've been locking up drug users. Why? Because it makes money.
Right.
The more people behind bars, the more money the penitentiary make. But that's not helping them.
That's what I was ready to say. That's not helping them at all.
You know what I mean? So
It's
the reason why,
creating
I said
another way now.
the drug user, not give them an excuse, but when you want to solve a problem, you got to figure out what the problem is.
Right.
And the reason why I can say this was so many of them come through my doors and we talk, they addicted to that lifestyle. And of course, that's not a court reason because they gonna lock your ass up because they're like, well, you know about it. But again,
And you telling,
Which is
and you
why I say
snitching on
too,
shit.
when it's almost kind of like when you call somebody a victim of being a drug user too, or that they made that conscious choice, there was also a cause that pushed them in that direction, except for people that were experimenting.
well, you know,
And that's a different kind of.
if somebody was watching the show earlier, we kind of clarified the victim part. It said that.
But that is a good thing though, because let's look at what caused them to use from the first place.
Right.
You know,
And usually
selfishness.
No, it's usually societal.
No,
usually
it's selfish.
That's happening in their community that they couldn't overcome. How about unemployment?
No, I disagree with it.
Why?
I completely disagree with it only because circumstances in life happen. People choose the coping mechanisms that they use. And like we were stating earlier, some people use drugs as a means to escape reality, but the truth of the matter is, those problems are still going to be there when you come down.
Exactly.
Now,
they are.
So again, that's not a reason.
Once you get into it, you try not to be sober ever again.
But even though you try not to be, the whole point of the thing is, the
worse
reality is exactly, and you know this,
and that's when you seek that next high even more frequently.
But we're looking at the start of it. The very start of it says that you use this drug just so that you can have fun, so that you can relax. Why do most people drink when in a group setting? To relax.
My experience wasn't that I saw drug users looking to have fun.
Wait, are you a previous drug user?
No, I said in my experience. My mother is an addict.
So when she first started using,
she was using to have fun, but the people that were in my life and around me, they weren't doing it to have fun.
No, not at that point, because they was already strung along. We're talking about the very beginning.
I know some people that first started using because they were trying to escape their reality.
Because that's no.
But you know what? I think
they couldn't find a job.
Again, check this out. Can I talk real quick, y'all?
Go ahead, baby.
No,
even though I'm as crazy as I am, or whatever people say, I never use drugs to escape. I never use drugs to escape. I had to take certain medications and stuff like that. I never used drugs to escape.
So what was you using the perks for?
No. Because I was in accidents and stuff like what we just talked about earlier.
Okay.
But I never used drugs to escape my pain. My mother is smart enough to tell me exactly what's going on and what's the shit that's happening in our life. That's why I stuck by her side. That's why I was always right there with her, and I'm always going to be right there with her because she always told me the truth. You understand?
But you know what, y'all?
Listen to how I fucked up. Because I kept on taking the goddamn drugs, knowing I didn't fucking need them.
Gotcha.
But I was already addicted to it. Now I'm not taking them no more. Yes, I drink a little bit, but I'm not on no fucking pills and shit. Right now, what I'm trying to do is build.
What is that? Okay. That's Mimi phone.
That's my shit?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Turn the volume off, baby.
Why did it just pop on like that?
Your phone is just as crazy as you are.
But we got 2 minutes. I'm gonna make this point real fast. There's no There's no cookie cutter answer to drug use, how to start it and how to stops. We can't put everybody in the same box because there's not the same reasons why everybody use, and the same reason why this person uses is not the same reason why this person stops. So we can't keep on thinking that we can put everybody in the same lump sum box. This person used because this person was hurt. This person used for the excitement. This person started selling for make money. This person started selling just because it was cool. You know what I mean? Everybody have different reasons, and instead of worrying about what is the problem, maybe we need to start worrying about how we fix the problem.
Right.
I feel like my
focus too
husband
much
is neglecting my needs.
The whys. At this point, the whys don't even matter.
No.
And people make their own reasons. They make their own reasons on who. Like, you don't even know that person, and you sitting there making a whole lob about them.
I feel like my husband is neglecting my needs.
Oh.
To play with my nipples.
I love this.
It's no longer fun.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they need a butt.
I can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it. Right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back. We on the last segment, everybody. Wait a minute. Hold on, we coming back. Y'all talking about genealogy. The topic was who's the biggest victim.
I'm the biggest victim.
Yeah, because Guillermo came in and savaged you.
I'm a victim now.
He slaughtered
I'm
you.
a victim.
Guillermo came in here and slaughtered you.
Man, Guillermo, well, guess what? I don't like care about no Guillermo. I was in the toilet. I was doing permanently things. So I don't care.
I'm just saying, he came and laid them bars down on you.
I'm the victim right now because Jungle said I can't play with your nip-nips.
Jungle, stop trying to play with everybody.
And Brahma Bull is a victim of his addiction to co-ed bliss. I agree, but he's not addicted right now, and he's neglecting my needs. So I gotta find me a side piece.
Oh, I know where she at.
What?
Right there across the street. Look, right there.
No.
Hell
I know
no.
where she is. She's located on
Your side piece?
Your side piece? I don't have a side piece. Trust me.
to a side piece. Oh yeah. I said,
All right, everybody.
Like you in here.
Look at you.
So we could get some.
Alex. That's how the fuck
So-
you got pregnant, baby.
we're not gonna go there.
Hey, Gates.
Yes.
So,
All that.
what's your advice to the users, abusers, pushers? You got any words?
My advice is if you're into the game, get out the game. If you're using, seek help. It's there for you. With a closed mouth, do not get fed.
Yes, Lord.
I know that's right.
Absolutely.
Say that one more time.
You hungry,
A
baby?
closed mouth, do not get fed.
Yep.
All right.
But
Sexy
a closed, open mouth will get you called a prostitute.
Well, depends who does your mouth.
Open mouth. You say, look, baby, I need some help. That'll get you called a prostitute too. So you gotta be careful who the fuck you talking to.
Hey, boy, you might be a prostitute depending on how you get them drugs. How you get what you get to use them drugs. You might be a prostitute. You never know.
Definitely get help.
So, Sexy Lexi, what's your words to the people?
How about Lex, you ain't even using drugs, but people think you're using drugs. How about
I don't care about what nobody thinks.
No. How about you're using drugs, you love a person, and a person love you, and they think you're using drugs because other people saying you're using drugs.
But if you said they're using drugs,
what nobody
because people
thinks.
are lying on you.
Did you hear
How
what I
about
said?
that?
Did you hear what I said?
Don't nobody give a fuck about.
Don't care about, but you love that person.
I don't care about how much love it is in the world.
Okay, so the person, that love you, listen to me. So the person that loves you,
listen.
That love me.
Mimi, your question is she answered it.
Yes,
she don't care what people think. She's gonna do whatever she want to do.
She's gonna be her.
Pretty much.
You still gonna just say fuck it.
I am gonna say fuck you because if you know me and you know something that I don't do and I do, I don't care about what nobody else told you.
Alright, so that's what it is.
Fuck them.
And you hear me, babe?
Fuck them, girl. Fuck them.
That's right.
Oh well,
as long, and that's the thing. As long as they get in you, that's all that matters.
But yeah, my thing from what you asked me, I mean, if you're a victim, you're a victim. If you're not really. But you know, it's all about the circumstance for real. It's something that you chose to do. It's something that you forced to do, or it's something that you just wanted to do. Like, it's a difference. I guess from what I took from this is everybody's not a victim, but it just depends on how you got out there to be doing what it is that you're doing for real.
Right.
All right, well, guess what, guys? We're going to wrap it up. We got 2 more minutes, and here is our therapeutic twist to this. If you have a family member who is an addict, just know there's absolutely nothing you can do. It's not a problem until they feel like it is a problem. Only thing you can do is love and support your family member, friend, or whomever. As a hustler, if you feel as though you're getting a raw deal, nigga, suck it up, pull your bootstraps up, get your ass out there, get a job. Go find one of these programs out here that's going to push you forward, help your community instead of harming.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, the piggyback off of that, we got to stop glorifying the bullshit. And as people, we want to be hustlers, take that same mindset and start building up the community, start building up yourself. And that's the best way you can start building a community, build your family up. Yes. I mean, going in and out of jail was not helping your family whatsoever.
People might not want to hear your community.
That's what messes up.
Yes, there's a lot of drug dealers out there might not want to hear it, but it's the truth. You know,
y'all taking away from your families, I guess.
That lifestyle is not producive. But all right, this is our show.
Thank you for watching McLean's Couch. Until next time, same bat channel.
Peace.
Good night.
See ya.